All right, guys. Hi. We are going to be learning 2.6 tomorrow and Wednesday. So I wanted to do a kind of a pre-poster video for you. This is 2.6, and a very famous guy created this method. It's called the Gauss method. Okay, and it's a shortcut. Put that out to the side. It's a great shortcut. Okay. So first of all, I want to go over here and I want to do a summation like we're going to learn tomorrow. And they're so simple, so simple. So you have the starting value here and on the bottom of that wonderful backwards 3. And then you have your ending value for I up there. And you're simply going to do a running total, just like we've been doing with the tables. So you plug in 1, 7 times 1 is 7, minus 2 is 5. Plugging in 2, 7 times 2 is 14, minus 2 is 12. Plugging in 3, you get 19. Plugging in 4, you get 26. You will see a pattern there. We add those up. Pretty basic, okay? And that's what we're learning tomorrow, initially in the beginning of class, is how to do just a basic summation. All right. Gauss, a famous mathematician. In fact, I think some of you guys may have done him for your guy last year at honors whenever you guys did your presentations. He figured out that when it's linear, okay, when it's linear, y equals mx plus b, 7i minus 2, that you can use this wonderful little shortcut. And that's when you're adding consecutive integers, just like we're doing here. We're adding them up. They're consecutive. This time they increase by 7. But anyway, just looking for that linear function. If it is, you can use the Gauss method. Now, I shortened it to this silly little thing here, which might not make sense to you. I'm going to read it to you. You take the largest number meaning the ending number, the top number, you multiply that times the largest number plus 1. So again, the top largest number being plugged in. So that will be 4 times 5. 4 times 5. And you divide it by 2. Now that's not the answer. Of course, that would be 10. Okay. Pretty basic. Now we are going to adjust it. Now here's where it's weird. That only takes care of the I part. You must take that 10, multiply it times 7, okay, which is 70. And then you still have to adjust by the 2. Now remember, you're not subtracting 2, you're subtracting 4 2's, right? You're subtracting the 2 4 times. So you would need to subtract 8, which would give you 62, which matches our 62 that we got. Now, you may not think that's quicker, and you may just want to do it manually like we did first, and that's fine. You can do that. But what if the number was 800? Oh boy, you're in trouble. All right, because are you manually going to do 1 to 800? No. That's when Gauss comes in. So I think you're going to begin to like Gauss. You're going to begin to use them a lot because it's going to save you a lot of time, especially this one's not even feasible. I'll see you sometime tomorrow, right? So let's do this one now. Doing it using exclusively the Gauss. Now let's review Gauss again. Okay? Here's the formula in the cloud, which might make more sense to you instead of this kind of funky thing here. But it's your N, or your I, your largest number, the number that it's going up to, 800, times that number plus 1. So in this particular problem, it would be 800 times 801. Those two numbers are being multiplied together, divided by 2. Times, that only takes care of the I, times 7. We're going to multiply that times 7. And then we're going to subtract. Be careful we're not subtracting 2. We're subtracting 1,600. All right, so I'm going to punch that in real quick. It's so fast. 800 times 801 divided by 2, and then times 7 minus 1600. And you get a huge number. And you're so thankful that you've got a calculator and that you can use Gauss. All right? Now, one more thing I want to show you. As we go along in this stats unit, you're going to find that this number here could be different, and we'll talk more about that. But in the Gauss method, in order for it to work, you have to start with 1. I equals 1. Some of them are going to be I equals 0, etc. We'll get there later. But just know that it's got to be I equals 1. If not, you're going to have to adjust it at the end, and we'll talk about that more later. But just the basic ones usually will start at 1 and go up, and that is so perfect to use our shortcut of Mr. Gauss method. Okay, so I'll post this right now, and then I'm going to post the poster as well, and I'll get an update out there for you guys. All right.